Hello and welcome back. This is part 3 of a 4-part series of Quick Estimate, and we are going to talk about radios. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go to the library and we'll pull out radios. Just reposition it here. Radios have quite a few features that you can kind of change, so we're going to kind of go through those one by one. So the first thing is a group name. Let's call this Pages. And our button name is going to be particular to this specific button, and that is going to be 1. Okay. Within the button you have a few options for colors here, and this is going to be the non-selected color, your selected color, the value, and whether you want to make it the default selection. So again, like the other modules, you can scale this to be whatever size you'd like. Let's go ahead and duplicate this a second, third, just so you can kind of get an idea. The one thing you want to do is make sure you change the name for each of the buttons. So we're going to call this 2, and we'll call this one 3. Okay. And we'll change the values here. We'll say this one's going to be $20. This one we'll do as 100. And this one we'll do as... Now let's go ahead and preview this to browser. And as you hover over, you'll notice you have an indication that you can check that. And it updates the value. Now if we choose a different radio, it'll change the value to that specific one. And it also works in conjunction with the other elements on the page. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other options here. So we have icon size. That's going to be the size of your check mark. Let's say we want 20 because this is a much smaller button. You have border radius if you want a border or not. You also have the option for changing the type of check mark. These are some that I've put in here. You could do a heavy cross. I think I want the ballot. The ballot is nice too. All you have to do is duplicate these guys out. Well, that's not even spacing, is it? That's alright. We got ways to fix that. I'm just going to select these all and do a little bit of alignment. Now, even though that we have a different grouping, you still are going to need different names, or they will still interact with these buttons over here. So let's go 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. I could just put a 1 after all of them, actually. But just as long as the names are different, that should work out just fine for you. Okay, now we have all different names. Now if we preview this to browser, we should have this group here, which you'll be able to select one item out of, and this group here, which you can select one item out of. Now, since we selected the value of $100 for each one of these, it's not going to change the value per se. So that's something you'll want to look at. And that covers radios. So our next video is going to be the last one, and that is going to be on the totals module. It'll go over some styling and some items that are important for you to take a look at. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions with Quick Estimate, my email is at russ@doodadle.com. Until the next time, take care.